Hey everyone, it's Kat, back with some more spontaneous fun. Today we are building a cemetery in The Sims 4. This cemetery has a mausoleum, a secret garden, and most importantly, plenty of space for your dead Sims. One thing I did not do was place any gravestones, like filler gravestones, because I wanted you to be able to have that space to lay it out yourself. It is a museum lot type. Because currently we don't have a cemetery lot type in The Sims 4, which I think would be so cool for them to add. I don't know what goes into all of that, but I really think it would be awesome. But since we don't have a cemetery lot type, I say usually, like I build cemeteries all the time. No, but I figured it would be good to have the museum lot type because cemetery, mausoleum, I don't know, whatever. It makes sense in my brain. But I had some lot requirements that I had to use, which was where I kind of got the idea of the mausoleum, or at least a small building, thinking that the stuff that was required could be placed in there. After scouring the web for reference photos, I finally found one that I liked, and that one had the mausoleum. Now you may be asking yourself, Kat, why did you choose to build this? And if you're not asking yourself that, I'm gonna tell you anyways. Recently, I've been playing with a legacy family where you have 10 generations of Sims, and I'm currently on Gen 3, almost on Gen 4, but anyways, you don't care about this. My point is, we all know that typically Sims don't live forever, especially if you're playing legacy challenges. Eventually your Sims are dead and you have a bunch of gravestones in your household inventory. So, long story short, I needed a place for my dead Sims gravestones. So, and I also wanted to do a spooky build for October, and I thought, what better thing to build than a cemetery? But this actually turned out a lot more elegant than I was expecting, which isn't a bad thing, but I didn't end up actually using it for my legacy save. Oh, anyways, all that hard work, no, it's fine. The inspiration was there, okay? But I wanted a more traditional mid-century vibe, and this one that I built is more of a old decrepit castle vibe, which that's awesome, totally cool. I could definitely see this looking really, really neat in Windenburg, the ancient ruins lot in Windenburg. I think that would look so cool in that place. Now I think that the lot might be a little too big for that, but you could always just, I don't know, figure it out. But anyway, Creepy Castle is a mood, and I continued with it, and I'm really glad that I did, because I think it turned out really, really well. I've never built anything like this, especially with this much detail, and it was really fun to do. It was a little challenging here and there, like placing different things, trying to get them to stay where I wanted them to, and my favorite part, personally, is the secret garden, and the landscaping. I was trying to figure out, you'll see there's this back corner on the right that I kind of didn't know what to do with, and I needed a trash can, a functional trash can. This build is functional, by the way, but one of the lot requirements, I needed a trash can. So I was like, I want to kind of sneak it back in there, so I did that, and I was like, what else am I going to put back here? So I ended up doing like the vines on like the side of that window, and then that led me to like, oh, this could be an overgrown secret garden, and I went from there. It was really fun to do. The other thing that I really liked was the landscaping, like I said before. And I don't really like landscaping. It takes too long. It's hard to make it look good. I feel like half the time some of the plants don't fit well together. But here's the thing, and I think this is why I like the landscaping the most. I wasn't trying to make it look good. I was trying to make it look old and creepy and abandoned, like still pretty, and nice, but just, maybe the caretaker of this cemetery doesn't, I don't know. Maybe he's not a gardener. I don't know. There's clearly not a gardener working at this cemetery. Do gardeners work at cemeteries? I don't know. Anyway, but that was really fun. And I didn't have to think about it. I think that was one of my favorite things about the landscaping. I didn't have to think. I just was placing some stuff down. I was like, yes, that's creepy. That's creepy. Let's get the full picture. Okay, it's creepy. Let's move on. I also like the overgrown vines. And let me tell you, those stupid vines took me so long. Because it's one thing to put them on a window, okay, they look nice, but they're all different sizes. Some of them are longer, some of them are shorter, some of them you want to combine together and make it look like, because honestly, vines grow a certain way, but in The Sims, you can't do that. So it was really hard to make those vines look natural, if you will. That was a struggle. And the last thing that I struggled with was the stupid terrain paint. Dear Lord, that was a nightmare. There's probably a good 30 minutes of footage. It was just me doing the terrain paint. But luckily for you, I cut most of that struggle out of the video because it was just too much. And fun fact, I went out of build mode into Manage Worlds to get a look at what the build was, because I was getting towards the end and I was like, I just want to see what it looks like. I went to Manage Worlds, saw what the lot looked like, realized that the back of the lot needed some trees and a little bit more sprucing, if you will. Sprucing plants. Yeah, sorry. But anyways, so I did that, and when I came back into build mode from Manage Worlds, my terrain paint was gone. Just poof, all that work, all that 30 minutes of hard work, I was so mad. Anyways, the build's coming to an end now, and I want to wish you guys the best Halloween. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, happy day. I hope you have a great Sunday, because Halloween's on a Sunday this year. What are our plans? That's a fun topic to talk about. What are everybody's plans? Leave it in the comment below, but make sure to like, comment, and subscribe right meow for all the spontaneous fun, and I will see you in the next one.